Last time on Shadowrun Button Run. As the predicted hubbub ensues, Morty has reservations, but everyone else is bumping against each other in an effort to be doing anything at all. Slick wants to use this uproar as an opportunity, and that idea turns out to be popular. Ola renders herself and Slick invisible, doing a slightly shady job of it. Shady, because do you remember how that... The shadiness continues as Slick narrowly prevents Ola from fucking up everything as they sneak through the crowd to the elevator. By way of distraction, Clay busts out the bagpipes while Neil and Morty stand around being weird. Having spoken to the captain of the guards, Bruno approaches the lectern, and Neil belatedly decides to hit up Father Braun for some advice. Slick and Ola head upstairs and share anecdotes that make the rest of us realize we sent the two newbies up alone. Clay and Neil discuss how to unfuck the situation. The Invisiblies again confuse the guards who are getting over this whole empty lift turning up thing. Neil and Bruno approach Braun at the same time. The father is a bro, though, and lets Neil ask some questions. Before answers are forthcoming, however, Bruno steps up to the lectern and calls for silence. Clay keeps on piping, magically influencing the crowd into hostility against the erstwhile heir, who gives the captain of the guard a nod. More guards appear, getting all clicky with their guns. Slick and Ola prod at doors upstairs while the guards all get a bit overreactiony. Ola uses a MacLeod passkey to get through a door, but an alert is issued. Inside there, she finds a large room containing a packed-up Airstar helicopter. The ceiling of this room appears to be openable. She snoops around it a bit, finding that it hasn't been used in some time. Meanwhile, Slick examines the pin pad on another door, but barely understands what a pin pad even is. Ola studies the controls to see if she can open the roof. Some guards make for Clay, who passes the grappling gun to Neil, who heads outside. Morty interposes himself between the guards and Clay, and they level their weapons. Morty goes full Karen, and predictably receives the stock of a rifle right in the snoot. He's knocked to the ground, but he channels the pain into his magic. Another guard bayonets Clay's bagpipe bag and orders him out. Clay harumphs. Bruno orders everyone else out as well, while Clay drags Morty outside and whacks a stim patch on him. Neil deploys the grapnel and hauls himself upwards, aiming for the top of the fourth floor. Ola figures out the controls and gets ready to do that thing. The chapel door near Slick opens and two guards appear. Back downstairs. Because it's been working out so well till now, Morty doubles down on the Karen routine and approaches the two guards blocking the entrance to the keep. He sees Bruno hauling Father Braun away to the elevators and does some yelling. The guards are not impressed. They tell him Bruno is going to go and have a pray. Slick sneaks into the chapel to hide. He finds some crazy mechanical shit going on in there. It's not particularly chapel-y. There's some kind of mechanism extending up through the ceiling. I don't think I heard this bit properly. I may have just made that bit up. The guards approach the door with the pin pad now that there's no one there to spy on them. Approaching the level of the parapet, Neil does a middling job of avoiding the guards, cocking things up in only a slow and methodical way. Slick sneaks up behind the pin pad guards to try and spy on the pin. One of the guards hears him, though, and heads back to the door where Ola is. Slick uses his shadow magic to tap the guard on the shoulder before he opens the door. The guard is suitably nonplussed. Back downstairs, these guards are getting all aggro. Morty reacts in quite a Morty way and disarms them with a flurry of blows. The other guards inside the keep react predictably. Clay blocks some of them off with a physical barrier spell, and Morty wades in, blurring in and slapping two of the guards down. After some fucking about, Ola just decides to hit the button, and the hangar ascends. Neil sees the roof open as the hangar rises, and a wall of the fifth level wall slides aside, revealing a door. I'm very sorry about that sentence. He and Ola head through it, and she seeks magically for the book we're here to find. Identifying a couple of options, she picks one up, and an astral figure appears. It's Goldie. Turns out she works for the Baron, and she's willing to let us have the book after she's presented it to Father Braun to win the treasure hunt and claim the inheritance. She tells us about a secret access way which Slick uses to access the Baron's chambers. The fracas downstairs proceeds apace, Clay laying about himself with a staff. Morty has Clay drop his magical shield and leaps at the guards as it dissipates, disarming and fucking them up at a stroke. Slick hits the secret passage, no longer protected by the invisibility spell. He flexes his shadows to silence his passage behind the guards. He gains access to a ladder heading down and emerges in a linen cupboard. Neil and Ola swing daringly by the grapnel from the roof, smashing through the stained glass of the chapel window amidst a hail of gunfire from the rooftop guards, landing badassedly among a glittering cloud of stained glass shards. They too head for the secret passage. Slick sees 3 of Bruno's entourage appear in the chambers, and this is in what's-his-name's chambers, and decides to lie low. Claire and Morty, having subdued the guards in the Great Hall, summon the elevator. However, it's going somewhere else. Cliffhanger, well, I mean, it was a cliffhanger, but now it's just a thing that has already happened, and now we'll do the next thing. So to call it a cliffhanger at this point is actually not only redundant, but I think it's actually wrong.
Have you maybe climbed slightly up onto the cliff, or have you just fallen down and you're hanging off a lower part of the cliff now?
Well, the thing about it is that whatever is going to happen is about to happen. We don't have to wait a week for it to happen. I mean, technically, we're still cliffhanging, but that's about to end.
Yeah, it's a long hang off the cliff.
The finer points of the term cliffhanging is very interesting. We'd just like to butt in for 1 second and say that we're going to leave and come back. 5 seconds. Bye.
Oh, that's a cliffhanger times 2 now, isn't it?
I don't get it.
I assume they're switching laptops or something.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Slick and Morty. Yeah, of course.
I'm glad that cliffhanger resolved itself fairly quickly.
Who was it before? That's what I want to know.
Who knows?
Slick and Morty.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, it was better the other way around because
Yeah. Made
you're
more
Morty,
sense.
and that's
Never mind. I'm sure everyone knows who everyone is. Sort of.
Oh, I see what's happened. He was looking at the mirrored version, looking back at him, but we don't get that. We get the unmirrored one.
Yes.
Are you kind of serious right now? We've been doing it like that specifically to make it look right.
What can I tell you?
No, around the wrong way.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's the opposite of what we intended. We assure you. Thanks for letting us know.
I do prefer it as Slick and Morty because it sounds
This
like
is
Rick
like
and
the
Morty.
3rd time we've played together. It's been 2 other sessions.
you get to Slotty.
Yeah, slaughty.
Oh yeah, Mick would be a racial slur, I guess. Ola wouldn't appreciate that one, eh?
Slaughty. There we go. Problem solved.
It does sound like an unsavory sex act.
Okay, so resuming. Where is everybody? So Slick had gone down the secret stairway thing.
I was just kind of waiting for everybody else, if I remember, keeping an eye on the dudes down the hallway.
I think Neil and I were going down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we left off, we were about to go into the secret passage.
Yeah, and the secret passage had gone down the closets, so you're at the end of the hall. And meanwhile, there was, well, people had noticed what had gone on the roof, or the guards had. There was also some sporadic gunfire from outside. And clearly the guards are alerted to problems, particularly from the Great Hall at the bottom, where a number of them were accosted.
What are you trying to say?
Just reporting the state of things, not ascribing any particular, blame or anything.
So, Goldie. So the real book is in his room. Is that what Goldie said?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we gotta go there. Is that where Slick is?
Say it again.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Slick is down on the 3rd floor, hiding in the closet. But
Yeah, because we got some guards. We've got like several guards down here that I'm not ready to take on by myself.
All right, Neil, should we follow?
In the closet.
Yep, trapped in the closet.
Yeah. Yes, let's go down the thing. That was me climbing a ladder. I assume it's a ladder.
It is.
Yeah.
I think, Clay, you'd come down as well, hadn't you? I remember there was a discussion about whether you could fit.
There was that discussion, but I don't think it was entirely
it
relevant because Clay was still downstairs with Morty.
Right, that makes sense. Because, you were summoning the elevator from downstairs.
Yeah, we'd had that very, very witty back and forth where we like punched the last guy in the face and we're like, well, elevator? Go us.
Man, I don't remember that at all.
So you guys are meeting us on level 3.
Well, we're waiting for the elevator, but it's being diverted.
Oh, okay.
Apparently we're just like, making awkward small talk in the lobby.
Well, yeah, we can resolve that a little bit now. Because from your present vantage down the hallway, you hear the elevator doors open on level 3 and a pair of guards come down the hallway, joining the guards that were already there.
This isn't the way the math's supposed to be going.
Wait, is that us or them?
Them.
Okay. Oh.
Those are the guards that came down from the floor above.
So now is it like 4v1 at the moment with Slick down there by himself?
No,
Okay.
Clay's with me now, I think.
Neil was coming down.
Oh.
Neil and I.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, I'll go down first, because if one of us falls and it's me, I don't want to crush you to a thin paste. But close, secure the top end.
So
No one knows we're there.
it's reasonable to assume the Baron's room is the one. A pair of the guards are waiting outside. The other two who have just come down are patrolling the hall. So they're heading down in your direction. The Baron's room is sort of more towards the elevator, so it's upward from you. About 3 doors down, but it's on the same side of the hall that you're on.
Okay, so it's what, 3v4 now?
Mm-hmm.
Clay, Morty, status update?
Still just waiting on the elevator.
Which arrives down at the first.
Here we are. What floor are we heading to, guys?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you go to the 3rd floor and hope to find your way through? Or do you go to the 4th floor and take the secret passage?
It would be challenging. At the moment, you're probably in a reasonably tight squeeze in the closet, to be honest. An orc,
think
an elf, and a human.
shall we just head straight to the third floor, eh? And
Fight it out.
yeah, Clay, you're more than welcome to head up to the fourth floor, mate, and sneak down with those guys.
I'm not sure if I'll fit.
I have an idea. If you guys do the third floor route, and as soon as you make contact, yell out, and then we'll bust out of where we are, and presumably take them in the rear.
Okay, but like, I mean, what am I gonna be looking at? Like, like elevator doors open and what, corridor?
Yeah.
And just a corridor.
Well, then it's a case of picking the right door. Do we have any idea which one that is at this point? That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, like I said, it seems likely that it's the one that the guards are standing outside of. The two guards.
Oh, that's there, right? Okay.
Oops.
So where's that door
That's
in relation to the elevator?
It's closer to the elevator than it is to the closets.
All right, main.
Is it like in between where the elevator will open and where we will come out from the closet?
Let's see. Can I show you?
Yeah, I sort of assumed where we were going to come out is already behind that door, but that's just an assumption.
Application window. Let's just share this. So, elevator is sort of in the wall of 5 on the right. You guys are at 15A, which is the closets, and the room they're standing outside is the second 13 down. So the elevator is around the corner from the room, and you guys are down the hall from the room at the south side.
Right.
Okay,
All right. So yeah, like, I mean,
pincer
unless
movement.
you guys have any objections, I suggest I just go up to the third floor, walk down the hallway, and then just start hitting people that try to stop me.
Yeah, and we'll hit them from both sides, I suppose.
Yeah, pincer.
Pincer. Clay, which side of the pincer do you want to be on, my dude?
I'll back you up.
Nice.
He's on the tail of the pincer.
I hit the button for floor 3. Is this still the same scene as last week?
No, this is a different scene.
Okay. I would like to yeah, I'll spend 1 karma and activate adrenaline boost for the time being.
Okay, so the guards at the door mutter something to the guards heading down the tunnel towards you, or the hall towards you, and they both kind of look a little surprised on both sets. And the guards heading towards the hall, down towards you, turn around and pick up their rifles and start heading back up the hall towards the elevator.
I mean, showtime, right? I would like to activate my chipped reflexes.
Okay. So elevator ascends. The patrolling guards head around the corner.
Are there any objects in this cupboard that we're in?
Linen.
Ah, okay.
Oh, we could dress up as ghosts and scare them.
Am I right in thinking where I'm still, me and Ola are still invisible? Oh wait, no,
No, neither of us are.
Oh, none of us. Oh yes, no, because of what happened before. Right. Well, is now the time? Are we going to make a move on these guys?
Yep.
If that's the case, I feel like I want to make a move and get the jump on them because they're heading towards the elevator. Am I right in thinking?
Yeah. So where 14 is, the ones that were patrolling have just gone around that corner with their rifles up.
Well, then yeah, I'd like to kind of rush down the hallway. Are they in eyesight? Or have they just gone around the corner?
They're just going around. I mean, it's up to you when you choose to act, obviously, if you time when you're acting, because you're just waiting for an opportunity of some kind. But that's currently where they're heading. They're going to go around the corner, so you can interrupt that if you wish.
Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'd like to literally just run up behind them, and then I'm kind of imagining with my shadow kind of starts covering my feet, and then I run up the walls, and then I just give them an absolute KO in the head. Big old kick.
Oh, well, bear in mind there are 2 guards stationed outside 13, the second 13.
The closest ones to me. I'll do that to them then.
Okay. They are also armed as well and ready to go.
Hey, Morty, do you want to do the thing where...
Everyone's got my back?
Yep. I'll basically step out straight behind Slick, unlimbering 2 pistols. Do any of the guns that we got from the care package, are they smart linked?
Yes.
Smart link? That's very, very lovely.
Okay. Well, let's resolve this part of it first before the elevator doors open. So, Slick, you're running out.
Yep.
And you're going to want to kick one of them?
Yeah, I'm imagining kind of like my feet, my legs get covered in my shadow. I kind of run up the wall, and then I'm imagining like with the weight of my body, I'm jumping down and just giving them a good old kick in the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
My intention is to like knock them out. This is like the hardest kick I can, push out.
And as Slick is running and is doing the wall run, I'm going to step out like to the right-hand side of the corridor, right up against the wall with number 11 to give all a room and to hopefully prevent like friendly fire if anyone else comes from around the corner. I'm just leveling 2 big fucking pistols like I'm in a John Woo flick, which I feel like I am.
Okay, let me just check something. Cool. Yep, your ability doesn't cost anything to use for this part of it. So it will be an assault check. It will be risky, but you are advantaged by the fact that they're not expecting an attack from this direction. So you do have the advantage of surprise.
That's all I got.
Hang on,
4
everything's got
dice.
tits up around here.
My assault's 4.
I think your assault's 3, my dude.
Yes, it is actually. No, it's my maneuver that's 4. Assault is 3.
Yeah, assault 3.
This is not an ad for Chris.
And what you want to do is you want to maneuver your foot into its face.
I did hear a
I'm
story.
maneuvering my foot.
I heard a story. There's a gamer YouTuber. Can't remember his name. Might be Spiffing Brit, who kept on going on about a particular brand of tea until they ended up sponsoring him.
Yeah.
But he just loves the tea, so he just kept saying or promoting the tea, and then they sponsored him.
Gosh, I
I
do
mean,
like Garage
like-
Project beer.
Fuck off, guy. Chanui tea is the bold, made and grown in New Zealand flavour that Kiwis love.
I don't think it's grown in New Zealand.
Isn't it? Fuck off, Chanui.
I think the only tea made in New Zealand is Zeelong.
Well, that's that Zeelong tea for that bold flavour that Kiwis love. I can't believe I thought Chanui was New Zealand grown. That's why I was buying it.
So four dice, yes?
3.
3 dice.
Oh, you can't read that, can you?
It can, kind of, but I'm not sure what you're referring to, other than the flavor.
Pistachio ice cream.
Well, pistachio ice cream, black tea.
Oh,
What?
What a world we live in.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is a success. So, do you want to describe what that looks like?
Yeah, well, imagine I'm running up with like this kind of like black shadow covering my feet. He's obviously unaware, and then I kind of jump off the wall, and then with my whole body, I give it a big old swing round, and like kind of like a pendulum, my leg just like smacks him in the head, and he kind of just falls to the ground. He's out. He's knocked out. He
Cool.
slumps over.
He does indeed. Doesn't rise. His companion looks with shock and surprise and brings his rifle to bear. Neil.
I was about to say. However, Neil is standing there with 2 big guns full of shooting that he is about to do some shooting with. So I'd just like to unload those in his direction.
Cool.
What kind of rounds?
I was hoping not to specify. What options did we have?
Well, hang on. If we go back to the big revolvers, you are aware of the fact that you don't have your normal weapons, right?
Yeah.
So these are the weapons you got from the crates?
Yeah, the Ares Predators or something, right?
Right, okay. I just wanted to double check. Okay, so that is a success with a consequence, which in this case is going to be return fire. It's going
Right,
to
let
come
me-
back at you.
Yes, check, mate. Oh. Sorry, my browser is trying not to play the game. Play the game, fucker.
The guard's a little put off by whatever happened to his friend, but he can definitely see a valid target firing at him, and his training has taken over.
Yeah, alright, I'll resist that then.
Okay.
oh.
All right, so he has an assault rifle, and he is firing a burst at you. Your reflexes are able to get you out of the way of the bulk of it, but you still take level 1 harm,
Yeah.
which is basically bruising. Meanwhile, further up the corridor. Oh, well, sorry, yeah, Orla?
Did the second guy get shot?
He did. So he goes down flailing. There's a red mist in the air. At this range, unless he's wearing particularly good armor, it seems likely he's going to have difficulty getting back up.
Okay, so 2 down. Yeah, I come out of the closet as well. I'm just following Neil, kind of against the wall, and kind of using him as a sort of orc shield. Yeah. I'll hang back and see what happens with the other two guys.
Okay, so the elevator doors slide open, and you are greeted with the vision of 4 guards in the narrow confines of the corridor, pointing their assault rifles into the elevator.
I'd like to cast barrier.
I've got my adrenaline boost going. So before Clay casts barrier, can I use my final charge of blur to get in the middle of the 3 guards pointing assault rifles at me, like right in the middle of them,
Sure.
and just start hitting them?
Okay.
4 dice for assault, I guess.
There will be a penalty to effects simply because you're outnumbered.
That's fine.
The intention is to do what?
I'm really, I just want to confuse and disorient them, force them to react to me, so they're paying less attention to what's going on around them, more than anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, someone teleporting into the middle of you is probably going to do that. So there are some. Well, I'll let you do your spell as well, Clay. So we can
Can I
see.
change my action in light of what's just happened?
Yep.
Yes. How far away are they?
They're like 4 or 5 meters away.
Yeah, I just want to rush in and clothesline as many as I can.
Okay.
And that's, I want to say 3 dice for assault.
Yeah, 3 dice.
Hey!
Clothesline of the devil.
Nice.
You just clothesline them, you hung them out the fucking dry.
Well, they're kind of staggered to some degree in that there are 2 in front, 2 behind, and Morty's in the middle of them. So you can very thoroughly clothesline the closest 2, who probably rise to their feet at just the wrong time to be slammed into. So what does that look like?
Just, what it looks like, a high tackle at the worst timing.
From a 250 kg troll,
Yeah,
I think it looks like
etc.
when that South African tackled Dan Carter in the 2008 Rugby World Cup, I want to say final or semi-final. It was actually a perfectly legal tackle, but he hit him so hard, then the whole crowd was like, "Oh!" and they actually got carded for it, even though there wasn't technically nothing wrong with it.
It's too bad. Yeah, in this case, yeah, it's probably a case of them almost flipping off their feet, smacking onto their backs.
Yeah.
One of their guns goes sprawling, and neither of them look particularly impressed. Okay, so that's you 2. From inside the room, you hear shout of alarm at the gunfire, etc. The door itself is maglocked.
Okay, so basically, as soon as I hear the commotion from up the hallway, I'm gonna run towards it. But if there's a shot of alarm from that door, maybe I will. It's locked, right? I'll just carry on around.
Okay.
And be like, someone secure that door. And then I'm just going to run around and see if there are any dudes left to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to keep an eye on the door. I'll keep an eye on the door because I'm already there, and I'm happy to keep an eye on that door, Neil.
Okay, cool. I'll run after Neil.
Check if either of those downed guards has a key.
Oh, is that guy that I knocked out still in front of the door?
Yeah.
There should be two dudes lying on the floor feeling poorly.
Mm.
All right then. Yeah, I'll give them a search. Yeah, I'd like to search them.
Cool. Okay. Yes, you find a MacLeod key.
Sweet. Well, is that I try it on the door in front of me? Can I do that? Is that going to work?
Yes.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I should have been more specific.
Okay, so yeah, door slides open and there's a flare of light from inside and you feel a heavy load of shot take you in the torso.
Who does?
Me.
Oh,
Don't worry, Slick, you only make the mistake once.
So that will be, yeah. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you weren't like completely in the doorway, but it would be level 2 harm, which is basically, how can we describe it? You're being hit with a load of shotgun pellets.
Can I heal him?
Yeah.
I want to cast a healing spell on him.
I don't know.
Healing
There's a lot
isn't
going on.
immediate, and it's the only thing you can concentrate on until it's completed.
Yeah, it might pay to secure the situation first.
Yeah, before opening any doors and stuff.
All that too.
Ben,
Yeah.
is there anything that I can do to prevent that from happening?
You can resist it, just like any normal consequence.
All right. Well, I would like to resist, please.
Okay. So that's body test.
How many dice of keys is that?
Three?
Sorry.
So that'll cost 2 karma.
you only have
Man,
one.
I only have 1 karma.
In light of that, would you still like to resist? I'll give you the option.
That's
Well,
very
so
generous.
can I still resist? What does that mean?
I think
Either you take the damage or you're going to have a mental breakdown, essentially.
You might
it's
not
good roleplay. It's good
Okay.
roleplay.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't want to take the shot. I mean, that sounds pretty bad, pretty nasty, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like
Is he gonna die? Like, it's not.
It's only level 2 harm. It's not like the end of the world. It's just quite bad.
Level 2 would mean you'd be going to die for doing things relating to being shot.
You just get to add a bit more flavor to your character now.
All right, let's resist.
Okay. So yeah, in this case, it's probably likely a very, like, it's a traumatic kind of thing where you miraculously end up not actually taking any shots, but the splintering, the sound, the light, and it's like a near-death experience kind of thing, which leaves you kind of catatonic for the time being. You'll recover shortly, but at the moment you're kind of, Saving Private Ryan, beach landing kind of moment, where you're just the shutter speed of the camera has increased considerably, and the world is kind of grayed out a bit, and all the sound has gone away.
Or is it like when Forrest Gump is facing down that tank and his ears are just ringing?
Yeah, same thing.
Well, I kind of imagine my face just kind of turns a bit pale. Realistically, I shit my pants a bit. So I'm I'm a bit of a mess, and I kind of just shed a tear. But I'm trying to be a big boy, so I just kind of
Figuratively and literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so you
I'm just
soil
kind of-
yourself.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sat there in a ball.
Because there probably still is a bit of blood from like splinters of the door or that sort of thing, but you're not significantly injured, but only barely not. Okay.
Okay, so I instead of doing that, I creep up to the door and have a look at what the aftermath of that whole sitch was.
Well, yeah, you can immediately identify that Slick is not with us at the time being, but he doesn't appear to be seriously harmed.
Yeah, I'll put him in the recovery position.
I just slowly flop over and go with it.
Yeah, the wall opposite is clearly considerably damaged. The paneling is largely destroyed, and you can hear sort of frenzied sort of whispering from inside the room.
Okay. So I assume that at this point Neil's coming around the corner to see the melee there.
Yes, so you're seeing, Clay looming in the background. Morty is still fighting off two opponents with relative ease.
Oh,
At this
Are
point.
either of them facing away from me?
You're flanking both of them, really.
I'd like to do the Trinity and the Matrix thing on the rooftop and just point the gun straight at him when he's like trying to fuck up Neo, and then it's just being revoked.
Okay. Well, I'll give Morty an action first if he wants it.
Yeah, if I had a pitch there, Morty, would be that you see Neil coming up behind one of the dudes, so you could concentrate on pulling the other one's arms and legs all off.
Well, just because, fuck it. I'm gonna spend another karma, and
Guys, it's 3v2 at this point. We don't need to resort to necessarily annihilating someone's skull cavity.
well, I just want to get my elemental hands going again, my water bending, and I wanna go, hey, Wet Willie, and I wanna slap a guy in the head, right, on the side of the head, but the first thing he noticed is this moist tip of my finger entering his ear, and then he gets slapped, and he goes no-nice.
Okay.
Just for half a second, he's like, oh, that's gross, and then he goes to sleep.
It's a very specific outline of your intent. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will still be assault.
And some people call me a troll.
Oh, please.
It's definitely an assault.
I saw what you did there.
Mm-hmm. Consequence.
He knows the natural defense of the Wet Willy.
Which is what?
Covering your ear, I think.
Doesn't sound all that disadvantageous. I will say in this case, the effect will be more extreme than you intended, and it will counter the normal effect of water in that it will rupture his eardrum and likely cause brain damage.
Gross, dude. That's fucked up.
Ben knows is probably looking at exactly how much karma I have now.
Just go with it.
Also,
I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
It's all about choices that you make. That's all I'm
brain damage is
interested in.
pretty extreme.
Well, I mean, Neil did just shoot one of them, but
Yeah, like permanent hearing loss. Absolutely.
so there's no way that Morty would know the specific effects, but he does know that it went beyond what he expected. You can feel the water kind of surge out of your control, and
You don't know your own strength, Morty.
And he has a conscience now.
particularly from the fact that his head recoils from the spike of water that enters his ear before your hand roundly slaps him on the side of the head. His head smashes against the wall and he slides to the ground, and a runnel of blood starts leaking out that ear. His eyes
Jesus,
stare
Morty.
at nothing.
Jesus, Morty.
Is that was that really necessary?
So at this point, if
Neil
I'm behind
just
the
shot like 2 guys.
speaking of which, if I'm coming up, flanking the other guy, I'd just like to cold cock him with a pistol.
Okay. Yeah. So do your assault again. You'll have great effect because this guy is not. He's probably as much in shock as anybody else, and you're behind him to some degree. Yep, that'll do it.
Hey, look at these rolls. This week we're on fire.
Right?
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, using them up against the mooks. It's good stuff.
No, last week was shit.
So yeah, what does that look like, Gar? What does a critical success look like?
Okay, so just come around the corner with my gun leveled and see him not facing me. I just take one step closer and smash the butt of the gun against where his neck meets his shoulder with my enhanced strength cyber arm, by the way, which is +1 whatever.
All right, so yeah, he is out immediately and just falls to the ground, boneless, essentially. The guards are taken care of. One after another.
Can I... Is it Clay's turn?
I rush over where the shotgun blast was heard.
I want to use Intuit, I think, and try and listen into the room and try and figure out what they're talking about or how many people there may be in the room.
Analyze is probably better for how many people are in the room.
Okay.
Intuit would be for, potentially working out what they might be saying.
Okay. What would be better, guys?
Just listen and see. I mean,
Well, yeah, but do we want to know what they're talking about or how many people are in there?
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess my thing is, it's just we're in combat, so it's kind of like you quickly do the thing.
What they're talking about is my good feeling.
Yeah, okay, that one. So,
Oh, well.
3?
No. I'm putting them away.
Okay, so it's obviously difficult without the language, but
Oh, good man.
it sounds like they're having a bit of a whispered argument over what just happened.
Can I tell the gender of the voices?
They're male, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to know?
Do I recognize any of them? Any of the voices?
Yeah, one of them is Bruno's voice.
And I thought they were going to pray. Guys, should we just rush into this room or what? Like, what's next steps?
Well,
Yeah, I guess I'll just say to Clay and Morty, I'll be like, we've got a situation around here.
oh well, I'm assuming I'm still kind of in a ball I've just got my arm reached out, kind of saying, "Please, somebody, don't leave."
You're in a puddle on the floor.
I give him a brief pat. You'll be alright, mate. Just wait before opening doors.
Yeah, well, at this point, we will probably have to pass back in front of the door to get to where Orla and Slick are, right? They'll be on the left of it?
Yeah.
I use my turn to already run over there.
Well, if you're going to run past that door, Neil's going to grab you by the arm and be like, yo, Slick just got shot by a shotgun through that fucking doorway.
Oh. Okay.
I guess, I say, right, I think we've got to clear that room right now.
We're trying to clear a room. Are you in or out?
I'm in.
Yeah, Neil is looking specifically at Morty at this point.
Yep, I'll go through the door first.
Yeah, so we'll just nod to Clay, and as if to say, let's back up the little man as he runs in and does this big punches.
Trog rush.
Yeah, like South African front rows.
Okay, so Morty's coming in first. All right. So what you see is big bedroom, bed at the rear of the room. There is a writing desk that has been sort of turned on its side a bit. There are figures in flanking sides of the room. You can see Bruno, his size unmistakable, is at the rear of the room, but he's crouching down behind cover as much as possible. That's kind of all you can really see at a glance. What action do you want to take?
Oh, do we have smoke grenades?
I don't think we do.
I believe
Remember,
there were some in the package.
Yeah, but I feel like we didn't actually bring any of our packages with us when we came to the funeral, because we initially weren't going to make the funeral go time. We just kind of decided to.
Well, I bought a grappling hook, so...
I do remember you saying that, but I'm pretty sure everyone else was like, okay, and then just filled their pockets.
Okay, alright, okay.
I've got a stun strike spell.
Yeah,
I also have a stun bomb spell. So we don't...
Just throw a stun bomb at them.
Yeah, if I had a pitch there, it'd be stun bomb the room in general and stun strike Bruno specifically.
Yeah. Bish bosh. Job done.
And then
Right.
and then the heavies run in and start punching.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna slap a trauma patch on my boy Slick. And it'll be like, hang in there, Slick. Hang in there. Just a little longer.
Even
Blood
though he's physically fine.
spurts from his lips.
Alright, I'm gonna cast stun bomb.
Okay. You're going to have to get line of sight. Unless you're just going to cast it sort of in a point in the room.
Yeah, just kind of, lob it in there like a flashbang. That's my thinking.
How many dice?
It's 4.
I got some bad news.
What the fuck?
Also, we should have really worked out how strong you were casting it.
Oh, just real light.
Yeah, I don't think
I cast really weak spells all the time. That's kind of my thing.
seems unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah, would have done full strength.
All right, so there are lots of fun consequences, but I think drain is probably the one that's least problematic, at least to everybody else. But it'll be level 3 drain.
Level 3. Yeah, I want to resist that. I still want to be helpful through the rest of this mission.
Okay.
Wait, how does drain work? Is it just the other side of my harm meter, or is it?
It's still harm, and it primarily affects casting spells afterwards.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep. 4 dice, please, for resisting.
Oh god.
Jesus. Oh, come on, man.
That'll be
Well,
2 karma, please.
I guess that shit got jinxed.
Oh, don't put that on me.
Please,
Cannot have that one up on me.
No, there's nothing like totally random results to make people think they're not random.
All right, so spell goes off. It's a minor spell, so it doesn't have a particularly obvious effect if you're not looking into astral space. But you kind of feel the power of the spell, almost like a physical tremor in the air. Particularly those of you that are more magically sensitive. Say something like this kind of helps you snap back to reality to some degree, Slick. And yeah, you hear a variety of sort of moans and groans from inside the room.
Right, go time, guys.
Yep, let's get in there, boys. You.
Should I do the thing against Bruno, or is he affected also?
Do the thing like we planned.
Yep, do the
You
thing.
should possibly just go in there and assess anyone who's not affected by the stun bomb, and then just stun bolt him.
Okay, I'll head in through the door then to survey the scene.
Yep, and I'm hot on Morty's heels.
Okay. So you can see hang on, let me go back to look up his entourage. Like I say, big room. At the rear is a octagonal shaped bed, which Bruno was kind of behind to some degree. He's no longer in view. Off to the right is a very shiny suit of armor set up on a stand against the wall, plus a selection of different stained wooden chests and dresses and such. And sort of sliding down one of those is a fairly beefed up looking human. To the left hand side, you can see the the dark form of Father Braun is zonked out on the ground, and beside him, clutching his head, is another sort of fairly beefed up looking orc in a tight kind of white tank top with a glowing halo around his head. And to the rear of the room, sort of on the other side, where there is a writing desk, is a large troll who's down on one knee and shotgun in hand, but dipped to the floor, and his eyes heavy.
Am I correct in assuming that the troll is probably the biggest threat?
Yeah, he's still got a weapon. He doesn't have it ready, but he also seems probably the more awake of the group.
Bruno's still in there somewhere.
I just want to run at the troll and like just kind of try to like take the shotgun out of his hands and punch him, slap him, kick him, anything to just be like, sleep now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll keep it still at risky, but you have great effect.
4 dice, please. Nice.
Okay. So how does that look?
I think, like, I don't know, at this point, like, Morty's maybe feeling a little bit, like, fatigued of all of the violence, and he's just like, you know, it's just like, sort of like, gently slapping. Yeah, have a good sleep, brother. Slap. Good night.
All right, and knocking the gun out of his grasp, leaving it sliding along the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he just sort of collapses like an avalanche, head against the ground. He's still not completely out, but yeah, he's like at the end of the 12th round, kind of. He just doesn't want to get back up.
I want to like just sort of like kind of whisper under my breath at him, like, you know, like just stay down, man, and then wheel to the next guy, and then wait my turn.
Yeah, I'd like to just quickly cross over to where Bruno is and just shove him down the floor on his face, kneel on the small of his back, and chuck the barrel of my gun against the back of his head, and be like, "Don't fucking move, fucker."
Well, like I say, you can't really see where Bruno is.
Can I?
But you assume he's behind the bed, so you can go around there if you like.
I would like to do, you know, like a 6 slide across the bonnet of a car, but in this case, an octagonal bed.
Okay, do a maneuver.
Yes. Just can't remember what my fucking maneuver is.
If he fails, I want his feet to get really awkwardly wrapped up in like all the bedclothes and the linen, and it gets kind of tripped up, and he has to like kick it all away before he keeps proceeding across the bed.
Oh,
Feels properly
Yes, that happens.
Yeah, it's not exactly risky in this case doing something like this, so it's more just not quite as slick as you might want it to be.
Oh, good. Okay, can I assault him? Wait, hang on. Is he there?
That's an excellent question. Yes, he is actually. He's snoozing.
Oh, well, I don't have to be quite so dramatic about it then. But I'd like to secure him, like cable time or some shit.
He's not feigning sleep, is he?
He doesn't appear to resist once you untangle yourself from the bedclothes and restrain him.
God, who even has satin sheets these days? Good God. Slippery shit is all it is.
What about all?
Yeah, I want to run in and just start looking around and trying to find the legit book, while everyone is kind of otherwise tied up.
Okay, so yeah, last time you kind of felt mixed messages about where the book was, one in the library and one somewhere else, and now you realize it is here. So it doesn't take you long to your eyes basically seem attracted to it. You see it sitting on the writing desk at the rear of the room.
I wonder if this is going to do some weird shit if I touch it. Yeah, I'll go up to it and hey guys, I found it.
Ratu, Verata. No.
You want me to grab it? I'm a troll.
You're both magicians. You could look at it and...
It's probably just a book, guys. Like, that's man and the player talking.
Sometimes a book is just a book.
Yeah, I'll read the book.
Okay.
Now, been dropping hints about, like, buying guns off the shelf not being safe and then a bunch of guns magically dropping into our laps. That's some subtext y'all should be reading into, though.
Fuck.
I'm supposed to be like giving this to Goldie first, and so she can give it to the old mate who is zonked out. Where the fuck is Goldie?
Well, first things first, let's secure the room and see if we can unfuck Father Braun a bit.
Well, yeah, there are still two of the others that aren't 100% secured yet. There's the orc and the human who are kind of on either side of the room.
Yeah, I mean, once I got Bruno secured, I'll head for the next one, but I assume someone else gets a turn first.
Yeah, I mean, Slick, you've kind of come to.
Slick kind of still feels like he's in a bit of a dream, and I'm still a bit half worried that I'm gonna get shotgunned again. So, but I don't really say that to anyone, but I just walk over to Clay, and in the back of my head, I'm kind of thinking, well, if somebody's gonna shoot me, this is the biggest object to hide behind, so I'm just gonna stand here. But obviously, I don't tell anyone that because that's rude.
Play.
Come on, Slick. Gotta get in there, mate.
Oh, I don't know. Can I just stand here, just next to you, just for now? Just for now. Like, you guys have got it all under control
Well,
for now.
I'm going in.
Right. All right. I'll be right behind you. Just behind you.
Cool. So I run in, point at one guy who's still kind of with it, and I'll go to the other guy. So I'll take the orc, and you can take the human.
All right. I'm ready. There.
Okay, so Clay, what do you do to the orc? He's sort of trying to get back to his feet as you run up to him.
Just clock him with the staff.
All right.
Yeah, just give him the old night.
So same kind of thing as before. Risky but great effect.
I have forgotten how many dice that is.
3 dice for assault, please. Cool.
Gets the job done. So he is, despite his appearing extremely inebriated, his reflexes appear to be unaffected, being that they're likely mechanical, and he's able to whip out a pistol, but not fast enough to bring it to bear before your staff can lash out, snapping his head back and sending him smashing into the antique furniture.
This is a little bit closer than I anticipated.
gun drops to the floor. Slick.
Does the guy that I'm going after, does he have a weapon on him?
He has what looks like a short sword.
I'd like to kind of possibly go in as quick as I can and try and twist his arm behind himself and allow him to kind of maybe drop the sword. I'm trying to disarm him.
Okay. Let's go for maneuver then, perhaps.
Oh yes, that'll be 4 dice then, please.
That's a problem. So
It's not so bad. We've got numbers on them.
well, yeah. It does mean in this case because he is in a similar state, it seems, to the orc, in that he is mentally affected by the spell, but he's also conditioned in some way that allows him to mitigate some of the effects, meaning that, and it also appears like he was one of the ones who might be feigning the effect to some degree. He pushes himself off the furniture and lunges forward terrifyingly fast with the blade, which is going to cause injury. And unfortunately, at this stage, it's unresistible. So this will be level 2 harm, as the blade will pierce your abdomen. Missing anything particularly vital, but looking pretty badass.
Neil. Well,
You're still successful in your action. Of course, him being disarmed is helped largely by the weapon being stuck in your torso. But yeah, you bring him to the ground and then kind of realize that he didn't punch you in the side. There's a sharp, penetrating pain there from the sword. You can see the hilt poking out of your shirt. Blood starts to well up around it.
Well, I feel like I'm more shocked than shocked that it's not worked. I'm very much in shock with what's happened. I didn't expect that, so I'm a bit speechless.
Okay, if you guys deal with this last guy, I'll jump in and start doing a healing on Slick.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just picturing everyone's just like, oh, fuck, and we're all just going to, like, dogpile a dude, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
He's already essentially helpless on the ground. He's
sandwich.
It's easy enough to do whatever it is you want to do to him.
Cable ties.
I feel at some point someone yells out, "Oh, you fucked up!"
So he curses and spits in German.
I don't care what language he's spitting in. He gets a slap for every single one.
Okay, so healing. In this case, it's just going to take time. We're largely out of combat now, so it's less of a factor. However, there is something that will happen before the spell ends. Well, a few things, actually. So you've still got the book on you.
I'm like cradling it.
Okay, so yeah, if we're like out of combat, I'd like to basically just close the door and look a little bit stressed and say, how long will this take?
The door itself, you can close it, but there is a sizable crater in it from the shotgun blast, so it doesn't completely block off the sight from the hallway.
Well,
Clay stand in front of it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Don't do that.
Racist motherfucker.
Look what happened to the last door. I wouldn't be volunteering to be the new one.
Just put some furniture up against it, like the writing table and some, I don't know, the suit of armor or some shit.
Is it gonna take that long?
Is the sword still inside me?
Yes.
Can I? Do I have the energy to try and pull it out?
Mate,
Is this gonna help it all heal?
leave that to the doc.
I kind of like wanted. I feel like my character wants to try and get the
First
sword
aid
out.
101, if you get pierced with something, you just leave it in there.
Well, it's up to Slick. If he wants to pull it out, he can.
I don't necessarily, I don't know this, do I? I'm just on the floor. I'm.
Yeah, seeing this thing poking out of you, and it's like
I'm fighting for my life. I want to try and, unless somebody wants to stop me, I want to try and pull that sword out.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can do
that's
that.
on all of.
Is this going to make my job harder?
No, not really. I won't. I won't punish this particular thing.
No, you do you, man.
You.
What you do here is some shouting from up the hallway where the elevator is.
I will go out to the doorway, sort of look down the hallway towards the elevator.
Are you leaving the room, going down the hallway, or are you just?
Am I leaving the room? I'm gonna stand in the doorway. Stand in the
Just
doorway.
stick your head out the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you hear from the hallway without the muffling is one of the guards down the hallway just saying they're in the Baron's room.
I think we've got more incoming, guys.
God damn it.
Hey, can you try and wake up Father Brown with some cold water on his face, and then he can be like, "Hey guys, these people are all good" or something, and try and convince these guards to
So are you staying looking down the hallway? Or is someone doing that? Someone try to wake
Is
up?
someone doing that? I'm looking down the hallway.
Well,
I'm gonna grab Bruno and just get him into he's a troll away. No, just sort of wrestle him into a place where I can sort of use him as a hostage if I have to, and a human shield.
Yeah, that's a great way to de-escalate a situation.
hey Clay, do you want to sing something to make Father
Yeah, I
Brown
was
wake
just
up?
thinking, can I use control thoughts to bring him to a state of alertedness?
It's worth a try.
Yeah, all right. Let's try that.
Four dice, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
Fuck. We need to specify the awesomeness of the spell first, don't we?
Oh, come on. Especially with success, it's going to be the.
yeah, we need to do it before you roll. Is the thing. All right, so yeah, you see him. It feels like sort of diving down into a very dark pond, but you feel like the metaphorical equivalent of his hand clamp around yours and start to sort of sluggishly bring him back towards the surface from the deep pit he's been forced into by your original spell.
Right on.
So his eyelids start to flutter. From down the hallway, Morty, what you see is a trio of ordinarily dressed people come running around the corner wielding weapons. They are not guards.
Oh, no.
They're treasure hunters.
Goldie's friends, maybe?
What would you like to do?
going to tell him to stop. In German.
I'm picturing your head sticking out
Achtung!
sticking out the hole in the door like that Christchurch skinhead on Police 10-7.
That means danger.
I thought it meant like warning.
Oh, that too.
That was like
Okay.
attention.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's kind of attention warning. Either way, it does kind of work, I suppose. Okay, so and you're pointing a weapon at them, or you just
No,
yell?
not as much. Just telling them.
Give them a warning shot.
I'm sort of playing this like I haven't got any weapons, and now it's a principle, and I'm sticking with it. All right.
Okay, so they halt, and you recognize one of them as being the bartender from the beer garden, and he sort of steps forward and says, "Engels?" questioningly.
Pretzel man.
Sie sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Something else happens where a panel in the room towards the rear slides open and Goldie steps out.
Yeah, Jesus.
Should have
The-
told us about this little passageway, Goldie. Would have made our lives a bit easier.
You think to yourself, consumed with your spellcasting.
Could have used
Yes.
your help a
Yeah.
few minutes ago, Goldie.
God, Goldie. Ugh.
The bartender, he says, "Where is Father Brown?"
He is safe. He's in the room. He's just waking up.
Good. May I see him?
What are your
Yes, yeah.
intentions with my father?
Just you?
If you wish. He motions for his companions to put down their weapons. You can still
I
hear, it's very light in the background because of the thick stone walls, but you can still hear gunfire from outside.
Whoa.
I call out into the room. One coming in. And
Neil
I
would be fairly familiar with this person, I assume.
step back to let him in. But I'll stay in the hallway, keeping an eye on the other dudes.
Okay. So yeah, he walks up, slings his submachine gun, heads into the room. Slick, you are healed, provided Orla pays 1 karma to make the spell permanent.
Yep.
Do you have the karma for that?
I have 2. So, yes.
Had to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, thank you for that, Orla. I'll give her a quick little hug, and then I want to turn around and I want to ask Neil for a beer and a cigarette.
Easy
It's
peasy, mate.
reasonable to assume he has them on them at all times.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, wait. That pocket smoke grenades. Oh, yeah, there we go.
And then I kind of take him from him, take a big puff, take a good gog, as if like, ready to go. You know, thank you for saving my life, Orla.
So Goldie spies the book and reaches out her hand and expecting you to give it to her.
So, Goldie, before I do this, can we just do like a pinky swear that you'll give it back?
A pinky swear?
I hold up my pinky.
There must be some magical thing you can do.
It's the holiest of all agreements.
She says, "I honor my bargains." Meanwhile, the bartender comes into the room and
Mate!
sees what's going on, looks quickly and says, "Stop." What are you doing?
I wasn't doing nothing.
My arm's like holding the book out, and I pause and stop.
I didn't
And
serve
it's
that.
like that portrait of the god in whoever's fingers.
And-
Like,
and
yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't serve that minor alcohol. He had it. He must have hidden it. I would not have permitted this.
Goldie will reach out to take the book unless you snatch it away.
I flinch mainly because of the dude coming in, and I turn around. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Is this a good time to have a break?
Yeah, this is a good time to have a break.
Good, because I'm
All right.
fucking busting for a piss.
All right, so yeah, back just after 22. Shall we proceed?
Yeah, so I flinch and turn. I'm like, K? As in QUE?
Okay, buzzer. So Father Braun's eyes snap open. He looks up. He sees bartender. He says, Arthur, I guess you did it then. What's the situation? And he says, we're in the castle and the surrounds, but the guards are maintaining a resistance from within the walls.
I look
Oh,
between the bartender and Goldie and Father Brown. I'm like, are you guys all working together?
So, yeah, Goldie's monitoring this as well, and she says, no, now, if you would please. And Arta says, what? No, don't give it to her. She worked for him.
I'd like to yell in from the hallway, everyone needs to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Everyone should do that thing. That is, yes. What the fuck? Nobody do anything. Let's figure out what's going on.
I want to
Don't
begin
you
walking
go,
into the room towards Ola and the book.
Sorry, what was that?
I want to begin walking back into the room towards Ola and the book.
So, yeah, Goldie frowns and says, I thought we had an arrangement. I would assume you would honor it.
We thought we were in possession of all the information. I feel like before any decision can be made, everyone should share all the information.
Yeah, no one wants to face the wheel, but we need to know what the ramifications are.
Look, I trust you, Goldie. I just want to know what's up with this bartender guy.
Start fucking talking.
So Arta says, it kind of escaped your notice that the Baron was not well liked. He did not treat us well. With the leadership of the good father here, we have planned this moment for some time when we could seize our destiny.
I think that may have escaped our notice, guys.
Quickly though, the completion condition was to hand the book to Father Braun, yes? Oh fuck, this could all...
Not of ours. Not our mission.
No, the treasure hunt.
Yeah. Or to present it to him.
Well, he's right here, so this could all end very fucking quickly.
Or, third option, I present it to Father Braun.
I'm happy with that.
Well, if you want to face the wrath of Goldie.
Are you saying that out loud, or is that like
No,
sub-vocalized?
yeah, I'm sub-vocalizing that.
I mean,
Look, I don't know if she's as I feel like she may be downplaying her abilities a bit, and I'm just a bit wary.
There's
Okay.
also a bit of a squeak from behind the bed. As
fucking
Bruno says, putting his head out from behind the side, says, "This is a difficult situation, and I can make it a lot easier on you by allowing you 100,000 nuyen right now if you give me the book."
So the bidding is now at 100,000 yen. 100,000 yen?
But he's that guy from The Simpsons. Oh god.
We've had our problems, and a lot of that can be put down to my personal grief and the overzealousness of my compatriots. But you surely are open to business arrangements, yes?
It wouldn't
Morty
be
is just looking at this guy with just open shock, and it's just like, this is some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this is some bullshit. Someone better start explaining to me the socio-economic ramifications of my decisions right fucking now, or I'm gonna start eating someone.
Father Braun, would you care to weigh in?
Yeah, that's probably a good.
I can tell you where my sympathies lie. I've heard the complaints of these people for a long time, which is why I helped and supported their insurrection as much as I was able. However, I am also bound by my holy oath to the Baron to honor his dying wish.
Okay, so Goldie, well, yeah, we said we'd give you the book if you let us have it afterwards, but yeah, that did rely on you doing the thing first. Let's what do you have to say about old look at the bartender? Sorry, mate, I forgot your name.
Arta.
Arta. Yeah, he makes a compelling case. Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we might. Our profession doesn't have a reputation for doing the most ethical thing, but it doesn't mean we're not people. What's the deal?
As my position under the Baron made me well aware of his failings as well, I would certainly not be ruling the barony in the same way that he did. I'm certain we can come to some kind of arrangement, but I've had my own family taken away, and I have benefited to some degree from his patronage, but I have also suffered losses of my own, and this is the only inheritance I can look forward to.
All right, Arta, what do you say to that? Doesn't seem like we've got a Baron the Second in the making here. Is that a big problem for you? Really?
Is she guilty of any significant crimes?
That's what I'm trying to sort of wheel out.
Of this little barony, or
is she just a really fucking good liar? Because she is an intelligence.
Yeah, Arta says it's widely known amongst us that she was passing information.
I mean, is that the worst of it?
I think the time has come to to make a decision. You've
Alright,
been placed in the middle of this for some reason.
All
I
right.
still vocalize, give it to the angry mob.
I am tempted to put the book in Clay's hands and let. Because okay, here's what I said vocalize then. I'm like, Ola, could you hand the book to Clay? And Clay, I think you should do what your conscience tells you to do.
What are you gonna do, Ola?
Fuck. Hey, Clay, can you hold this for a sec? I got a,
Sure.
got a scratch. I got an itch.
All right, I take the book.
And
All right, guys.
This is like playing hot potato.
I want to say, as Nick says in the group chat to everyone, like I don't know what you guys are doing, but we best be keeping this book. We're doing the original mission, aren't we?
That's a good point.
Yeah. I'm with the angry mob as well on this one. So I'm gonna turn.
I guess
Arthur.
I'm outnumbered because I wanna vote for Goldie on this.
Man.
Okay, well, whoever we give it to, we should extract
Yeah.
a promise that they're not going to be a dick to the other parties. Except Bruno, they can do what they want with him. Fuck him.
Yeah, I just don't want to cross her. She's got some info on me, and I felt like we had an understanding going on, and I'm just worried about the ramifications of crossing her. But that's just my input, you guys.
Sometimes moral decisions are hard,
who knew?
right?
All right, I hear you, Ola.
I mean, once we get the book back, we get the fuck out of here, and whatever happens in this town surely doesn't matter because we're leaving.
It says yes, exactly.
Right?
Hey, Morty, I'm just gonna spitball here, but tell me what you reckon. What if we force these people to come to some arrangement where they form a council that shares rule of the barony that will eventually, be up for election or some shit? But we're like, you guys all get to be in charge.
I'm going to interrupt you there and see Arta curse and turns to look directly at you, Clay, and says, "Our people are dying outside while you dither."
Oh shit.
Bruno, call up your fucking guards right now. And then just whip out a gun and press it against his head, not very gently, and be like, hurry it up, fucker.
He says, "Their obligation is to the castle, not to me."
3, 2.
You're in the wrong country, my friend.
Yes.
3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1.5.
All right, Arthur.
He spits on the ground.
Arthur, you get the book, but you have to give it back to us after you've got control. You need to do right by Goldie, and you need to give us all royal titles.
Because that's what Goldie promised.
He says, I have no problem with the first two, but the reason we're doing this is to get rid of these archaic traditions.
Okay, honorifics then. Whatever. Civic.
No,
civic
no, no, no.
honorifics.
Ignore him. Ignore him. We'll give you the book, but you have to set up a welfare state.
Then give it to me.
I take the book out of Clay's
Hey,
hand
get
and
out
I
of
give him the book and I say cradle to grave and free education too. And dental care. Dental care.
Okay, so he takes the book and swings it around, places it before Father Braun. Goldie's eyes immediately spit hate.
I shoot a very shocked glance at Goldie, like I was gonna give it to her, promise. They just took over, but not just conveying in my looks. I don't say that.
And yeah, Bruno cries out as if he's been wounded. Father Braun says the obligation is satisfied.
Settle down, Bruno. No one's taking your Euro techno away from you.
I want to hustle over to Arthur and be like, now about the education. Now look, we have some really interesting thoughts about meta-human education. Look, what we found
No.
like.
Shh. We gotta do we gotta do right by Goldie.
Well, should we? What about these fucking guards? Art, are you in charge of them now? Is that shit sorted?
So yeah, he heads out into the hallway. Says, "I will call off my men, and we will see about this resistance."
Drop the book first.
It's
Father
already-
Braun has the book.
The book.
the book.
We can catch up with Father Braun later.
All right. I go.
Goldie heads
Well, I
towards the wall.
grabbed the book off him.
Yeah, Father Braun gives you the book.
Do we have a valise to drop off somewhere?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Let's do that and get the fuck out of here.
Wall panel slides aside, and Goldie hops down into it.
That shouldn't come back to bite us, eh?
Maybe she's just gonna fly off on a chopper and
Okay, so
We'll get somebody off either way.
yeah,
Makes no difference.
Orla has the book, right?
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say. So Art has left the room, has he?
Yeah, he's just gone into the hall.
Should we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. I
I
put it in
mean,
my
yeah.
back. I put the book in my backpack,
I guess we
and
just
then I
need to-
sling my backpack around so that I'm wearing it on my front.
We got some lag from you, Amanda, so you might need to leave and rejoin.
Oh. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to be the way. Luckily, it's just a close and open kind of thing.
Wait.
Yep, so you've secured the book.
I'm going to protect this like it's a tiny kitten.
All right, so where to?
Out the door? Did the panel shut behind Goldie when she left? I wonder where she's going. Should we get out of here, guys?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess we just go out the way we came.
I
The
mean,
way you came?
somewhere there's
Yeah.
a window with a rope hanging out of it.
I'm just gonna go call the lift. I'm gonna walk down to the lift. I'm gonna press the button. Just gonna let out the world's longest. I mean, I'm gonna put one hand up against the lift doorway. I'm just gonna let out the world's longest sigh. You know.
Who's got the valise and who's dropping it off?
You hit it, I think, didn't you?
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I'll put it on the bed.
So yeah,
Oh.
leave the room. Father Braun just hops up, and gives you a brisk nod. I'm not sure what your part in this was, but you've done an admirable thing.
Was that to me?
Oh, just to you in general, I suppose.
Oh, okay. All right.
Father, I will be sending you the sheet music for a new song that you can sing about the birth of your new nation.
Most gracious.
So I guess we all head towards the elevator.
So there are a couple of the guards that are sort of groaning and coming to, though they're being overseen by some of the militia.
Can I like help one of them up and be like, specifically one like I previously knocked out, and like just sort of help him up and dust him off and be like, sorry about that, mate. Preferably not the one I gave permanent brain damage to.
Meanwhile, Neil's at the elevator, just pressing the down button. Fucking.
We're all just standing around like, shit got a bit crazy there, eh? Everyone got a little bit carried away.
Quick, just sitting place.
Yeah, so, I mean, the elevator doesn't take long because there's only a couple of floors down. Doors pop open.
Oh, fuck, guys. There's one thing we forgot to take into account. Goldie was our ride.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. We've lost our driver.
Oh, we'll have to get
I
another.
mean, I feel like we can just leave the way we came now, I guess. Like, is that Uber here? Oh, she brought us to the actual castle, didn't she?
There was some kind of
It's
bus or train.
unlikely to give you a ride back now. You can ask, but, just saying.
I mean, how does everyone else get around here? Like, bikes?
There are a few bikes, yeah.
Is it like a bike rental place?
A few other people have cars. Well, not at the top of the castle, no.
What about if we
Anyway.
walk into the village?
There is a skylift that goes down, which was closed, but you know the Baron.
Are there any like lime scooters?
No.
Oh.
Can we just deal with the banality of going home now? Like, we have to go back to the room and like, has anyone seen my toothbrush?
Yeah, it's not really too much of a problem. Even if you walk down the hill, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's not a deadly threat or anything.
Yeah, let's just head back and start packing up and
Sounds good, guys. We can just breathe in the fresh air of revolution.
maximum revolution.
Unfortunately, it seems like the victorious citizens are more focused on immediate administration of their nascent state rather than hailing the strange hippie commune that came in and sorted it out for them.
Yeah.
That's all to the good. Is there anything in our room that we just really need, or should we just get directly the fuck?
Like, let's just get directly the fuck. All I left in my room was like the weapons that they gave us to use, which honestly felt like a bit of a trap to me, and I'm sure it would have felt like a bit of a trap to all of you guys too, right?
I mean, that's why I didn't use any of them.
Yep. See, Clay's smart man. Clay's a smart man.
Like votes to leave as well. I'm done with this place.
Yeah, should we just go straight to the airport, you guys? Oh, not the airport, the train station.
I have
Oh
not
gosh, take 2 trains, then a flight.
I mean, and if those dudes try and hustle us on the train again, should we just murder them?
I think we've done enough willful damage to people in this country.
I reckon the Johnson's going to be so salty about this too. I reckon she was going to be like, "Oh yes, no, I wanted to use the book to broker power in the land myself." Now she's just going to get a book that she doesn't even want.
Yeah, I mean, she should have been more obvious.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
What's the book even about?
Oh yeah, let's have a look at that book.
What about trolls or something?
I'm a troll.
It would take a decent amount of in-depth study, seeing as it was written in like the 1400s.
Alright.
Waller probably has a chance of deciphering it, but yeah, it's probably not train reading.
I thought it was the long lost Harry Potter 7 that was only located after Rowling's death.
I mean,
Hey, you know what?
You mean 8?
Guys, is like,
What? I thought it was 6.
if we like digitize this and uploaded it as a free PDF to the Matrix before we gave it to the Johnson as well, information should be free.
I don't know what's involved with that.
Well, start transcribing.
I take out my comlink that we all have and open up the, which I'm sure they've perfected by now, camera scan app.
I don't know. I want to stop you. Is that a good idea? Because isn't that going to like devalue it from? We need to give it back to No.
The terms of our arrangement very clear. We're still abiding by them.
I don't know. You're going to piss. I would not be doing that. I really want. I'm stopping Morty.
Okay, look.
I'm your superior. What's up?
Whoa.
Nope.
All right. Look. Us having a digital copy of it isn't a problem as long as nobody knows about it.
Exactly.
So let's make sure nobody knows about it until after our deal is concluded, and then we decide what to do, if anything, with the digital copy.
And then let go of my comlink. Oh my god.
I don't know. There's no need. This is
Oh
just.
god, you broke it.
This is just unnecessary.
You broke it.
No, we don't need this. We're not. Nah, that's a bad idea. You're just
I mean,
putting a target on yourself. Like that's going to come back to bite you.
Troll heritage, Slick. So maybe you shouldn't be so quick to just cast it aside.
Yes, Slick. Oh my god. Jeez. God.
Thanks, Morty.
I mean, you could be confident that Morty's comlink is 100%, unhackable, right?
Yeah.
It's a cheap burner I bought en route here. Yeah, probably not with my comlink.
Oh, okay. Whose one would you want?
Maybe we arrange for Bitsy to make a digital copy that she puts in a secure vault when we get touchdown, but before we hand it over, or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. We are way overthinking this.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know, like, stop all this fucking bickering. I want to get the fuck out of this continent.
I thought we were just bickering on the train ride back.
Yeah.
You are, yep.
In between.
Like, we're on a train. We've got nothing to do but bicker.
Well, that's not entirely true, because you have a message, Morty, from Aaron.
I checked the message.
So it's fairly brief. It says, we need to meet. I know you are currently away. We will do it virtually, if that's convenient.
Oh no! I immediately reply and break out the old Minecraft Dave avatar.
Steve.
Minecraft Steve, that's it.
Well, actually, it probably has a virtual, well, not a virtual place, but a place in Berlin.
It's a Google Hangout.
It's a physical place, but
Oh,
it has
okay.
a virtual access point, a secure
Alright.
virtual access point.
All right, so I'll wait till we get to Berlin.
So it's only, well, it's about half a day, particularly once you get to Munich. The train from Munich to Berlin is quite a bit faster than the one that you were taking from Bavaria, or from Hintermausen at least. So you were at the castle until almost midday. You enter Berlin just on nightfall, essentially. Actually, no, it's still just the tail end of winter. So you're there at about 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, guys, I gotta go do a thing. Are you guys gonna be good?
Are we?
Handheld game.
You need to do
How-
this alone?
I think I should go alone.
Alright, I'm good.
Do we just wait around for you, or how long is this going to take?
Oh God, I wish Ben would take his hand away from his face.
I mean, presumably at this point.
Does
we're
this
just
help?
Oh, fuck!
Presumably we were just waiting for the suborbital now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say that the scheduled flight is first thing in the morning.
No.
I guess we should get some sort of airport accommodation or some shit to wait out this flight. Or do we slum it and sleep on benches in the airport? I've done that before. I wouldn't recommend it.
Mm.
I've slept under the benches because they were not comfortable enough to sleep on.
No, yeah.
Morty, what's going on, mate?
Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go get a call from Aaron, mate.
Right, okay. And you have to be by yourself.
I mean, it's gonna be in the virtual, and
Well,
What
one of
could
the
go
advantages-
wrong? Morty alone in Berlin, in the country that is largely under the thumb of Satan.
Alright. Fine, you guys should all come with me.
One of the advantages of a private virtual meeting is that it's private and virtual, and it sort of doesn't matter.
Alright,
Can I just like?
fine.
I just
God,
want
I
to
just
sleep.
wanted to have a little bit of privacy, but fine, whatever. Alright,
Dude,
I
I won't-
this address.
I won't come. I'm just gonna have a sleep.
I mean, I've got a new national anthem to write, so I
I don't even know. I don't even know who this Aaron person is. So, you know.
I'll be on standby if you light the clay signal. I'll come running, but the song's not going to write itself.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Alright. Slick, you wanna come?
I'll pull my head away from my little game that I'm playing, and I just go, nah, this is all you.
Are you right there? You right, little guy? You right?
Yeah,
You right?
play the game.
Oh yeah, alright, chill out. Hey, you did good today.
Thanks.
Yeah, I give Neil the Shadowrunner's nod, and we head out.
Okay, so where are the rest of you going to be?
Should we get some sort of airport accom and
Yeah, I think that's the smartest idea. I think we should be close to where we need to leave in the morning. I just want to rest up. That's a smart idea.
okay?
We could just, find a restaurant that does free refills and, abuse the shit out of that policy.
All night?
For like 12 hours?
So you get your money's worth.
It is a time-honored tradition.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea until you hit hour 2 and you realize you still got 10 more hours to go of this.
We'll do that first. We'll get something to eat and then we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool. Okay. Are you looking for somewhere nearby to where Morty is going then, or are you just going anywhere?
How far away is he going?
Not too far. It'll be in the sort of CBD area.
How far away is it from the airport?
Let's see. As usual, a reasonably long way.
Shall we try and find somewhere kind of in the middle?
Yeah, about 10 k's away.
I mean, I can't imagine that this whole thing's going to take until our flight, so I guess we should maybe be closer to Morty in case some shit goes down or something.
Man, he'll be fine.
It's a phone call. What's the worst that could happen?
He's got Neil.
Yeah.
What kind of place are you looking for?
I'm picturing like an old, an American diner style place where they just serve like bottomless coffee and like waffles and hamburgers.
I'm picturing a sausage house.
Ooh. Well, it's in Germany, so I'm sure they'd have those too.
Okay, well, there is a place called specifically German American Diner.
Well, that's handy.
It's kind of a giveaway.
To American.
It is basically as described. It doesn't appear to have a great number of clientele. Those people that are present seem to be the sort that are probably regulars. It's in an out of the way part of the neighborhood off the main drag. There doesn't appear to be as much burning on the horizon in Berlin tonight, so that helps. There's still a little bit of tension from anarchists and the corporations that dislike the anarchists.
Alright, so we'll find a booth and sit down. I'll order the equivalent of a French slam from Denny's, which is basically French toast and bacon and sausages.
French toast?
German. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
That's still not really great. God. It was better than before, but
You've got to have your snap filters like set up ahead of time because 80% of them are just shit.
yeah, do I need to consult on you about where you're likely to be?
I just searched Berlin and it's just so much total crap.
Step up your game, Berlin. Alright, so Morty and Neil. You are going to a place improbably called Watergate. You're on mute.
One.
Cool. Basically what I said.
Right. So
Are we in contact with Bitsy?
yes, you are, particularly
Like I
now.
say,
She's
hey,
like, "How was it, guys?"
it was fucking crazy, and we'll tell you all about it. But something else has come up. Morty has a little Matrix meeting with Aaron, and it all seems very urgent and mysterious. And I was wondering if you could do everything you could to stop him from getting brain fucked while that happens.
Yeah, I can do what I can. Connection here is not too bad.
Morty pipes up and says, "To be fair, any and all brain fucking occurred many years ago and is probably irreparable."
Don't tempt fate, mate. Yeah, Bitsy, Germany's fucking weird.
I had a few, look at a few videos and stuff. It looked like it was all like hills and, that weird singing stuff. Maybe some quadrupeds and that sort of thing.
You want us to pick you up a pair of lederhosen while we're here?
I don't know what those are.
Don't
But
worry.
yes.
Actually, I don't know either. Yeah, all right. I'll keep an eye out for a lederhosen store.
I'm probably not going to find too many in Berlin. Okay, so Watergate is a basement club. The walls are plastered with what looks like old school newspaper, different clippings. And it doesn't look like a facade. It looks like they're actual newspapers that have been literally plastered to, well, I guess pasted to the walls, and the tables and the chairs.
Hey, Morty, this looks like your sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I like the decor.
You like that hard copy words?
Yeah. Are they all old copy of the Washington Post?
No, there's a variety of different papers from all around the world.
Yeah.
But they do have a common theme, the ones that you can read, which are, I guess they're not necessarily conspiracy theories because they seem to be sort of newspapers of good repute, but they're reporting on incidents of. Well, yeah, I guess.
Watergate.
Yeah, CIA stuff or stuff that has been put in the public eye for one reason or another.
See, Neil, man, this is the sort of shit we should be doing, man. We should be finding out about shit like this that's going on in the world, bringing it to the light, letting the people know.
Am I supposed to be reading these?
Yeah, the text doesn't pop up in front of your eyes when you put your head next to it. It's really awkward.
Yeah, this like grandpa's AR shit is crap.
So there are what appears to be a series of private rooms that you can book for clandestine communication.
Yeah, I book a room.
Okay. So the rooms are predictably small. They're basically just a circular booth, essentially, with a variety of different connectivity options. Wireless is obviously provided, but there are other methods as well for the even more paranoid. And it's kind of like a circular booth. In the center is a small half globe that glows to provide the lighting, predictably quite dimly, and the roof as well is just a globe.
So does it have like trode rigs and stuff as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Morty sidles up to Neil and he's like, "You remember that old show, Get Smart? It's the Dome of Silence."
I have no idea what you're talking about. But out of character, that show ruled.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's not like Neil to miss a 20th century reference.
I'm trying to be a bit more realistic with the things Neil knows about.
Yeah, it might be. I think Neil's knowledge mostly comes from like the 80s and 90s, etc. I don't know if it would go quite that far back to get smart.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll. As I get into the dome, I sort of stop, turn around, I'm like, "Yo, buddy, is it alright if you just wait outside, man? Is that okay?"
Yeah, but if you're gonna do this, don't use one of the rigs. Use your comlink.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, let me pitch you two options. One, you use your comlink and I'll wait outside. Two, if you want to have the full experience, you can use a trode rig. But I'm in the room with you, and if you start twitching and frothing, I pull you out. You know.
All right. We'll go with option B then.
Damn. Okay. Cool.
You fussy little guy. And I give you a playful little tap on the shoulder.
I give him the confused Shadowrunner's nod.
And yeah, I go into the booth and pull down one of the trode rigs and put it on my head.
Okay.
I'll take up a position just inside the door where I can see Morty and also via security.
Well, the door has to be closed for it to be a private room.
I was standing just inside the door to one side of it, but facing Morty.
Oh, okay, so you're staying in the room?
Yeah, if he's gonna use a rig, I want to make sure I can pull him out before his brain entirely burns away.
Cool.
I mean, these rigs should be safe, right?
Quiet reminder about that weird lizard man, just so everyone remembers that was a thing.
Be nice if one of the magicians had come along with us, eh?
I'm sure it's not a problem.
Anyway, I put the trode rig on my head.
All right, so the room swirls away into nothingness, and the cold but beautiful artificial reality of the Matrix springs into being around you. You are in a similar in architecture room, but much vaster, and there are a variety of different faux newspapers fluttering around, spiraling, being pushed by unseen and unfelt gusts of wind, disappearing through walls, reappearing through the ceiling and floor.
I look around for Erin.
Okay, so within moments, she arrives. You believe it's her. She's also using a default persona.
Has she previously used that persona?
I don't think you've actually virtually met before.
Yeah.
But it's her voice.
I'm like, sup?
How has your excursion been?
Successful.
Sorry, can I just wind things back a notch here to be a pain in the ass? And say to Bitsy, so we're in this room, it's got all kinds of jack-in options. Morty's using a trode rig. Do you want me to jack into the system via data jack or anything, or are you good monitoring it from whatever?
I can't do a lot of monitoring through their system. That's kind of the point, I guess.
What if I connect via my comlink? Would that help you?
Yeah, I could do something then.
Okay, so I'll just establish a connection using my comlink and slave that to Bitsy.
So it'll mean your icon will appear in the room, whatever that happens to be.
We definitely should have sorted this out sooner. Morty, Bitsy is going to be looking through my icon. I'm still out in the room. She's using my comlink as a thing just to keep an eye on you. Cool.
Okay. I thought I had some privacy, but fine.
I mean, if you aren't cool with it, we can like not do that. Hey, Bitsy. But you know, it's your call. It's your call, of course.
Yeah, it is my call. Can you please back off?
All right, I'll cancel that link and be like, no, do what you can, Bitsy, I guess.
Is he okay?
He's just meeting with Aaron. It's just we're in a foreign country and everything's fucky, and I don't want anything to go wrong. But even if you could give me a hint that something's going wrong, so I can like whip that rig off his head if I have to, something like that.
Yeah, I'll do what I can, but you know, it's not easy from here.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so back with Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. You cold?
Yeah, it's getting a little hot here again. I think because my boss is getting a little upset that you have very successfully seemed to vanish. So we probably need to talk about what we've talked about before.
What was that?
Getting me out of this situation.
Yep, we should talk about that.
I don't know exactly what you were planning.
You don't ever really have a plan.
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. Look, Morty, I'm not some princess in a tower that you can storm to break me out. I'm not the chains that bind me can't be shot away. My service is based on an oath that I've given to a person of a lot of power, and the way I see it is the only way to get me out of here is by getting influence with someone of the same kind of strength.
Why do I feel a giant butt coming up? The person you've pledged is a person of great power. Person with scales and wings, maybe?
No.
No? Okay. Who is it?
My mistress is Jenna Nefera. You met her at
Alright, we've been over this so many fucking times. Sorry, Ben. I thought you were alluding to another person. Flashback to me not asking that question like a dumbass.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but like, it's an oath, right? It's just words, right? Like, what? The words aren't gonna beat you up.
Breaking them is what it would cause all of this to be worth nothing. There's no escape for me if I break my oath. But if it could be transferred or mitigated, then I get what I want. You get what you want, I suppose, if you were genuine about it.
I mean, I'm hearing problems, I'm not hearing solutions. Fire them at me.
There's a few more problems that I think you have as well.
Oh, fuck. Morty just like leans his hand against the next nearest door frame and just lets out the word, this time now, the word's newest record-breaking longest sigh.
I've heard there's a tightening of security in the German states. Something relating specifically to your team. I think we both know who might be behind that. Your exit from Germany may not be quite as easy as your entrance. There's a solution to both of our problems, I think. There's a job that I'm hearing about.
It's always another job. It's always another job for another Dirty Johnson who wants me to do some shady shit. Put fucking blood and dirt on my soul so they can keep their hands clean. What's the job?
I don't know the details, but I know the person who will be offering the job has a similar level of influence among people in Ter society, similar to how I was able to get you to come to Karasur the first time on a diplomatic flight. They would be able to arrange the same kind of thing.
Right.
If you take the job or take the meat to get to the job itself, from what I hear, well paid, but that is commensurate with its difficulty, I suspect.
What are we doing? Wiping out an orphanage? Destroying the last cultural artifacts of an ancient culture? Maybe I'm just gonna set fire to the last remains of the last trollish chieftain. Fire it at me!
If the information I have is right, stealing from a great dragon.
I guess, like...
Orange 5 looking pretty good right about now.
That's actually good. That's actually nice. You know, I hope he's a cunt. I hope he's a real dick. And when I'm running away from this treasure, I'm gonna spit in his eye and tell him Morty sent him. Man, the player is just getting carried away now, people.
So yeah, she looks a little downcast, but she says, here are the contact details, and a series of numbers spiral around her hand, which she extends to you.
I take it and I say, Aaron, I'm sorry. Just keep trying to change, and I keep doing more of the same. So we did just like set up a democratic socialist nation in Western Europe, so it's not all bad.
I guess we got to take the little victories. This is obviously something you don't have to do. I mean, there are probably other ways out of Germany.
No, this is something I need to do. Otherwise, you know, how am I going to look at myself?
Well, if you do feel that way, reach out to the guy. He'll probably be surprised that somebody was able to get out ahead before the job goes to market. It'll give you the best chance of getting the contract, and we'll take it from there.
Alright. We'll see you soon. And
Hope so.
I'll try to be a bit more optimistic next time. See you soon. I'll log
So
off.
she dematerializes. Meanwhile, in the American-German restaurant,
I'm like, nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom.
Anime eating.
Yeah. It's like, I'm like Goku with like the plates all stacked up next to him.
so a hand and a fingerless glove comes out, wraps on your tabletop, and you see Adeza standing there. She says, "Quick chat."
Oh, hey. Yeah, we're just about to leave, like, the country, so... What's up?
I seem to recall having a conversation about keeping things low key. Do you remember that?
Yep, it's been fresh on my mind.
What
whole
happened?
time.
What happened to that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I guess we'll see how your policy works.
Look, I tried, okay?
There are certain things now that I am not able to stop. It may be difficult for you to leave the country.
Fuck.
I hope you had a plan B.
To get out?
And to stay alive.
Fuck. Okay, you gotta give me a little bit more detail here. I gotta know what I'm facing up against.
I'm putting myself at significant risk simply being here. There's not a lot of detail I can pass on.
Is it more risk than what I'm currently facing? Because...
I'm afraid my life is far more valuable to me than yours is.
Slick wants to jump in and say, well, then what are you here for, then?
Quite right. I'll bid you auf Wiedersehen. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Thanks for the heads up, mate.
So, yeah, she turns on her heel.
Slay
Gets
looks
out
up.
of the diner.
Who's that?
Look, what did you have to go and do that for?
Well, I don't know. She was just, I think she was being like, is she here to help us or not? Like, she wasn't really, she was just warning us. If, she said she couldn't help us. She was just asking us if we had a plan B. I don't know. I was just trying to defend you. I thought she was being a bit rude.
She was, but she makes a good point.
Well, we've been warned now. She said she couldn't help us. We'll just have to figure our own way out.
Alright.
Guys, can you be quiet? Like, it's really hard trying to rhyme something with Hintermelson.
Fuck. Okay, so I guess we can't leave?
Well, I don't know. Like, surely we'll be able to. How can we sneak our way out? We need to get onto the plane. Can we somehow? Can Betsy help us get through security or something?
Okay, so I assume at this point you're saying this in the group chat?
Well, I assume at this stage we don't know what happened at all with Morty's conversation with Aaron.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, I
trying
think
to
we're
establish...
just having a conversation in the restaurant, aren't we?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll
It
just
is a little bit later, so we could say that Morty is basically just coming out of that now, which helps a little bit.
So I'll message group chat and be like, hey, that chick from the train, just said that I didn't do the thing where I was supposed to keep my head low, and now I don't think we're going to be able to get out of the country very easily. Do we have a plan B? Because I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It involves doing yet another job, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. So anyway, you guys remember I said I had a friend I had to help out of a bind? Well, there's a job that if we do it could really help her out, and I think we should do it. Plus, I was just real grumpy at her, and it wasn't her fault, but I feel like an asshole. So yeah, we should really do it.
How long is this going to take?
Honestly, I don't know, but if we just have to take the meat, and taking the meat will help us get out of Germany.
Jesus Christ.
We'll be out of here on a diplomatic plane.
Okay.
So this immediately solves our problem.
So that chick from the train, she has like British government or something?
I think she's clued up on what they're planning, but I don't think she's a part of it. I think she's trying to help me because there are some things that went down where I used to live, and
Right. Well, all we have to go on right now is her vague threats. Is there any reason we should really? Can we corroborate that? Bitsy, can you tell if that may or may not be bullshit? And out of character, I'm also strongly hinting this would be a good time for Morty to say, "Oh yeah, by the way, Aaron said the same thing."
Yeah, by the way, Aaron said the same thing.
Oh, what? Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Bitsy says, "I don't know if it helps or not, but I got nothing."
Well, I mean, we appreciate your help as always.
Well, I can confirm that there are specific targets on my back. Why they care, I don't know.
I feel like we're being strong-armed here a bit. Understatement of the fucking century.
I mean, like, honestly, guys, I feel like we've been strong-armed, kind of since we left Tangier in a way. Like, I haven't really liked anything.
Can't argue with that.
But, you know, like, I made a promise to Aaron, and I intend to keep it. So, I mean, like, you guys don't have to help me, but I'm gonna get on that plane.
Well, I mean, I definitely want to get on that plane.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of appears we do actually. Let's I'm just.
Well, it's our way out. It's our ticket. You know, that's it. Let's do it.
Yeah, yes, no, for sure. But I just wonder how reliable our information is.
The lizard guy told me that people were keeping an eye on me, and the lady also said that, and there were two men on the train, and they also were saying some shit about Martin, Morty. And also, I'd like to buy some hair dye and coloured contacts.
Oh, I need to pick up some lederhosen.
Shopping trip.
I guess I can pick up some
Shopping trip.
It's like in a bit of a huff, like as in like, we really got to do another mission again? Like, I thought we were done with this, guys. I just wanted to go
Well, me too, but apparently, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to get caught at the border.
I believe we're in Germany. We're not even gonna get to visit the Nürburgring.
Do we have the Carmen Ben on other missions this time?
Well, there's no indication that the mission's immediate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Do you have the karma to burn on a border run? Is probably a more pressing question.
Wait, so is the mission happening in Germany or back home?
Back home. Well,
Oh.
back in this century.
So if we do it, then they get us a diplomatic flight back home.
If we do it, if we take the meat, they get us a diplomatic flight to the meat.
What is that?
Hey,
Oh, the
well,
meat.
meeting is free. Am I right?
I thought they meant meat as in
MEAT.
Yeah.
And not MEET.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
we
the
are in.
meat of the mission.
I mean,
Right.
the sausages there are pretty great, so maybe we should take the meat.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it means that we can get out of here, then let's just fucking do it.
I mean, yes, right? Like,
I mean, like, you know, I agree, guys. It's been terrible the way that information has, you know, just been meted out.
Meted out.
Is this helping with the song, Clay?
No, this is fucking punishing.
I mean, fucking show of hands then. Who's gonna, do we take the meat and their special flight, or do we risk, you know, border control?
I mean, like, I think we can take the flight and not eat any meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What? The normal flight?
But, like, if they offer us any meat, we'll just say, no, thank you. Just vegetables.
I don't
This,
want to go through normal means to get home. I want to go on that diplomatic flight.
everyone else,
Some
what
of
do you,
us could probably take the normal route, and some of us could take the thing, but that seems
I think we're,
sketchy.
yeah, I think we should.
I feel like
roll
we're falling
together.
into the trap of overthinking things again.
Yeah, let's just say the fight.
Morty
Sounds
is going to disapparate in Germany and apparate into Sanctuary with nothing happening in the intervening distance and or time.
Look, if I don't know, I honestly don't know how reliable any of these things are. And I'm weary of being strong-armed, but I don't want to like try and wander through fucking border control without being sure we're not going to get.
Yeah, I'm very, very wary of what will happen if I just go through. I strongly believe that they're not bullshitting me.
Diplomatic fight.
Yeah, diplomatic flight.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right, let's take the meat then, Morty.
Excellent. I call out and take the meat.
Cool. Okay. Well, we will end it here for tonight.
Cool.
On that note.
Okay.
Just before everyone goes, right? An idea been floating around in my head, and like it's probably not going to like come to anything for the next like probably like several weeks, you know. But like, what if Sad Morty didn't really have an idea of who he was as a person? As we played, I got an idea of who he was as a person, and he's had some goals, and he's achieved a lot of his goals, right? And like, this is the longest time I've ever actually played a character in any RPG, and I feel like this campaign is going to keep going, and I want to keep playing this campaign, but I legitimately think that my character Morty is coming to a point now where he would walk away from Shadowrunning.
The dragon should lay an egg, and from that egg, Hatches
Yeah,
the new
and
character.
sit on his egg for the rest
Sure.
of
Metaphorically.
yeah, and just sit on that egg and incubate that egg.
And your next character will be called Thingy.
Whatever.
And have one.
But like the point of it is unless anyone's like like got any of their character's roleplay shit tied up in my character's roleplay shit, or if anyone just like doesn't want me to switch character, sing out now. Otherwise, I might actually just sort of actively work towards tying up Morty's loose threads using my dragon abilities a bunch, and then because they sound like fun, and then letting him be
Fine
his
with
own
me.
person.
Right.
An
Well,
NPC to be controlled by Ben per se.
right. Well, I mean, that would affect Neil, but I'm totally cool with that being an in-character thing. That's fun. Character development.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I like the character, but he should obviously have something to work towards, and then
But like definitely I feel like it's been a very long running thread of like Morty getting frustrated with Shadowrunning. And we're playing Shadowrun. And so either like like I think his, internal set of ethics are gonna cause him to go a different way. And plus he's eventually gonna have to start a revolution.
That's very much like Chase. Chase was obviously like, this is getting way too problematic.
Mm.
So yeah, there is a natural point there, I think, sometimes where it's
Yeah.
why
And, like,
would he keep doing this?
yeah, you
and
can only
sometimes the
protest it so
characters are
much
your
before
own
you can be
thing.
like, well, okay, this person doesn't want to do this anymore.
Like, I love playing Morty, He's basically a fucking god now. But, like, at the end of the day, the character isn't me. The character is its own thing. And if I'm role-playing my character well, it seems like actually a natural decision. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see the Aaron thing being the last sort of thing on his big bucket list.
It does need to bust Beauregard out of prison, but, like, that's something I was thinking of just paying someone else to do.
I'm picturing Neil ending up like Calm. You remember him being fucking just the veteran Shadowrunner who's kind of sick of it all.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
Well, I mean, the main reason he kept doing it is because he didn't have any money. So he had to keep doing it. So yeah, there is a crossover. Very good. So yeah, next week it will be going to the meet, and then potentially, well, chances are there will be a little bit of time to have some downtime to get your comeback rather than go straight into the next thing. But it'll give you a chance to sort of consider how you're going to go about what you're going to do next, assuming you do take the job. The reasons for doing so become slightly less once you escape Germany, but there are still reasons. So, but as always, it will be up to you.
All right.
Catch you guys in.
Cool.
All right.
Right.
See you next
Thanks
week.
again, guys. See you next week.
See you.
Bye.